Hello and welcome to Newsmakers Today. I'm your host, Carrie Coogan, and we're here talking House bills and education with Missouri State Representative Rebecca Raber. Welcome to the program. I also want to mention that we're inside the Royals Hall of Fame, which is so wonderful right now because there's so many new exhibits thanks to our Royals' fantastic season last year, which was awesome.
It was a lot of fun.
Now I'd like to know, how can they possibly top it this year?
It's going to be hard, isn't it?
It sure is. Well, thanks so much for being here. I wanted to ask you about a bill that you're sponsoring, House Bill 799. It seems kind of random when you look it up. It moves the 12th Division of the 16th Judicial Court from the city of Kansas City to the city of Independence. What does that all mean, and why is this important?
Well, this is kind of a quality of life issue for people in eastern Jackson County. The 16th Judicial Circuit normally has 19 judges. One of them does probate down in Kansas City, one does juvenile issues. Out of the 17 remaining judges, there's 4 out in Independence and 13 in Kansas City, Missouri. Because of population trend growth out in eastern Jackson County, we're not able to hear all the cases that we should hear in Independence. So people in Blue Springs and Lee Summit and Grain Valley are having to drive clear downtown when their cases should be heard in Independence. So we're just moving one of those judges from downtown Kansas City out to Independence. And there's actually a special venue statute that says they should be heard in Jackson County. So I'm from Lee Summit, and if I have an automobile accident in Lee Summit, my case should be heard in Independence versus Kansas City, Missouri. But right now, every 5th case they're having to send downtown. So this would alleviate that. Also, Mike Sanders has had 4 new courthouses built out there, so we'll have the room for it, and the judges are very happy about it, and I think it's going to
So it's about efficiency.
Efficiency and quality of life, like I said. So Lee Summit, I've got some older residents in Lee Summit that have contacted me and said, you know, why do I have to go down to Kansas City, Missouri? Why can't I go out to the Independence Courthouse? It's much more accessible.
Okay, so what about the Civic Education Initiative? That's also one of the things that you're working on. First of all, tell me what that is and why you're working on it so diligently.
Well, I'm on the Education Committee. I'm a retired school teacher, so that was a committee I really wanted to be on. And we actually passed it out of the House, so it's now heading towards the Senate. This is a test that students would now take in lieu of the test they used to take over American government. We've all seen the funny stories on Jay Leno when they ask the man on the street who the vice president is and they don't know. They ask him how many branches of government and they don't know. So we're hoping that if students have to take this test, it's the same exact test that immigrants before they get naturalized have to take. They'd have to pass 60 out of the 100 questions. They can take it all over and over again all through their high school years. So they can start as a freshman and take it all till they're done.
But so why is it important that these specific things, so are kids not learning these?
Well, apparently not, since they're interviewed on the street, and you know, people in general, young people in particular, don't seem to know how our government works. And there's some history questions on there, some geography questions on there as well, just knowing something about their country.
And so how will that affect on the teaching side? So are the teachers going to have to then teach to this test?
They will, and we're hoping that they are already, but hopefully they'll have to up it up a little bit so that their kids can pass this test, because everybody's going to have to pass it, whether you get a GED or homeschooled kids will all have to pass it before they can get a diploma. So yeah, we're hoping that it will encourage, you know, that immigrants get 85% or something on the test, and then we do the same test with American citizens and they get 40%. So we think that should change.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. And we'll see you back here again next time on Newsmakers.